It's Dr. Melissa McCreery from TooMuchOnHerPlate.com, and we're talking about strategies to stop overeating. Today, I'm going to talk about how to lose the overeating habit. How to lose the overeating habit. There is a huge difference between losing a habit and controlling it. And far too many smart women, when they tackle overeating, they think their only option is to get more control. I want to be in control of my overeating. I want to be in control of the scale. I want to be in control of how much I eat. How many times have you heard that or thought those kind of thoughts? The thing about control is it takes a lot of effort. It takes energy. It takes focus. It takes discipline. It takes willpower. And the thing about control is that the times when it's hardest to be in control, when we're exhausted, when we're depleted, when we've used up all our energy on other things, those are also the times that tend to be a recipe for overeating. Those tend to be the times when food and urges to eat more than we really need creep in as a way to take care of feelings and exhaustion and overwhelm and all the other pieces of this puzzle. Controlling your overeating can be a good short-term strategy. And believe me, I work with a lot of high performers who are very good at controlling things for a defined period of time. The problem is our ability to control things is limited. We are always going to hit a place where we can't do it anymore. And honestly, it's not a lot of fun. A much better alternative is losing the overeating habit. Okay. So how do you do that? How do you lose the overeating habit? You get new habits. The number one way to create freedom from overeating and peace with food is to create habits, get comfortable with habits, build habits in your life that work better than the food ever did. Now, if you've watched the other videos in this series, you've learned some things about how to replace overeating with different strategies, and you've learned about perfectionism and how perfectionism can just absolutely throw your efforts at change out the window. Because what you want to do is use a process of curiosity and experimentation and trial and error. That's how you go about building new habits. You take a look at what you know about what's driving your overeating, what you know about what the food and tasting things and eating things is doing for you. Is it comforting you? Is it rewarding you? Is it a way to deal with boredom? And you ask yourself, okay, not how am I going to control this thing, but what can I do instead? And what kind of habits can I put into place so that these things become automatic? How can I build a habit that isn't walking to the kitchen? Well, you build a habit that isn't walking into the kitchen when you're bored by coming up with a new habit, all right? So building a new habit isn't a not strategy. I'm not going to do this. It's, you know what, when I start to feel antsy, I'm going to try going for a walk, or I'm going to go lay on my bed and listen to music, or I am going to turn my chair away from my computer and close my eyes and just count to 30. What you want is a positive habit, something that you are actually going to do instead of the thing that you're trying not to do. Now, building new habits requires not being a perfectionist. It requires trial and error, and it requires time. Here's my challenge for you. I'd like you to spend some time making a list of some new habits that you think might work for you in situations where overeating has been a problem. Don't tell yourself these are things you're going to have to do forever. Don't tell yourself stories about how you're never going to be able to eat your favorite foods again. Set yourself up with an experiment that you can live with. It might be this afternoon, I'm going to try this instead of going and getting something to eat. It might be for the next work week, I'm going to try whatever your experiment is instead of doing this. For the next 2 weeks, I'm going to practice this habit and see how it works for me compared to eating that bowl of chips that I have every night before I go to bed. Set up an experiment with a new habit that you think might work. Pick a time limit that feels reasonable and doable to you. Don't let yourself be a perfectionist and tell yourself you're always going to do this new habit and you're going to do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're going to get 100% on it, because you won't. But let yourself practice and notice the times that you do the new habit. Notice the times that you do the old habit. Be curious, ask yourself what works, and give yourself permission to improve and grow new things to do instead of overeating. That's my challenge for you today. If you like challenges like this, if you want more tips and strategies about creating freedom from overeating, be sure to subscribe to this channel and be sure to go to toomuchonherplate.com and take the free Hidden Hungers quiz, where you'll learn what's driving your overeating and the very first action step for you to take.